Hi guys, it's Michelle here again with Angel Souls, and I'm doing a little bonus reading this week for the week of February 27th, 2017. This was a very unusual shot to set up, but we're going to do our best here. I don't even know if this is going to work. Now, I don't know if you can see up here, because I think the light is too bright shiny on this. I did my best here, but this actually says love right here, right at the top. This says body, this says soul, this says path. Now, what I have, this is a board that my friend Kim made for me. And we're just going to do a little extra reading. So this would be in addition to the card reading that we normally do. And like I said, just a bonus week this week. So we have, can you see here? These, I don't know if you can see, these cubes right here. And this is wood hitting wood. Okay. So the reason why I say that is if you have headphones on, I'm going to toss these onto this board and we're going to do a reading from this. So you might, if you have headphones on, take the headphones off, turn down your volume. Okay. So you're not like having your head like, you know, with this big sound coming at you. All right, so let's focus on the week and let's see what else is happening here. Oh, okay. So that's probably out of frame, but we have Jophiel, and she, if it is out of frame, I'm sorry, because my app is not working. Again, you know the story of my life, right? But anyway, the Jophiel cube sort of landed right along this line here, almost like in perfect alignment with it. Now, Jophiel, as you'll remember, she is the angel, typically known as the angel of beauty. All right, so let me see what she wants to say here. And okay, so we want to point out that she's landed perfectly in between path and love, these love sectors and the path. Yeah, she's saying finding the, okay, so this is about, again, it's more about self-love. I know we all like a romantic reading, but you can't pull romance in until you love yourself. So this is finding the beauty in your situation as it is, finding beauty within yourself as you are, and coming into this realization, like if society is telling you you're too chubby, you need to lose weight, goodbye. Okay, you know, saying goodbye to that and you know, letting go of that conditioning. Or if people are telling you, wow, your life stinks because or if you're feeling my life stinks because it doesn't compare to someone else's life, Jophiel is telling you, wipe all that away, because you're a pure expression of divine beauty and nobody else can do it the way you do it. All right, so get on out there and be you, love yourself, and this will help you get on your path. Now, in the path sector as well, oh sorry, Jophiel's not done. She says that this is orbiting, like her message is sort of orbiting out there, so it's almost like kind of in the background, if that makes sense. So this is sort of the undercurrent of the entire week. Always remember that you are beautiful. Your existence is beautiful no matter what it seems like on the surface. And I feel you guys. Again, don't forget, I'm human too, right? So I know we all have these times where it's just like, oh, why are things not improving? What is happening? You know what I'm saying? And Jophiel says, no, keep that self-love going and you'll get clarity on your path. Then we have Metatron here, and I'm not going to disturb these cubes. He's flat on into the path sector, and he is actually, and I'm going to pay attention to this too, he's sort of facing, yeah, kind of facing like the love sector too. So Metatron is all about sacred geometry, universal truths, the third eye, the book of life, the Akashic records. He helps with your chakras. So let's tune into Metatron and see what he wants to say about your path. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew, let me take a breath on that one. So a lot of us have been on this path that we thought, okay, this is it. We're told we need to figure it out. We figured it out. There we go. Right? But when you're loving yourself, and again, he's pointing towards his, you know, it's kind of back that way. When you love yourself, you're going to realize I've already accomplished more in this one lifetime than I have in any other life. And some of those, yeah, those lessons, the path, whatever the path was up until now, it's shifting and changing because your story is changing. It's almost like, I'm almost getting the feeling like a lot of us are having like two lives in one because the energy is snapping around so much. And to some extent, that's a really good thing because that means we're ascending. So don't be surprised if you start getting a feel that your path, which you might have been very solid in thinking it has to be this way, something else coming forward, either being added to it, or maybe for some of you, completely shifting what you're doing. All right. And then I'm laughing because the next cube here is path, and it's kind of on the, it's more in the soul area. But path is kind of on the same side as path, the path sector here. So that's what this whole week is all about, guys. It's about getting real and like letting a new path sort of be born. And if you look over here at this other cube, there's soul, and it's right, it's kind of on the border of the soul sector and the body sector. So these, actually I have to read these together because they kind of go together. So guys, this is like a profound week, okay? It's all that stuff that we talked about in the card reading, but this is a little extra. This is something else that's going to start blooming and blossoming. And Jophiel's kind of, you can't, again, I don't know, I can't see from my app, like I said, but if you can see Jophiel, she's over here. And if you kind of follow it in, it goes kind of right through this line that borders the body sector as well. So finding a way to sort of balance your physical self with your spiritual self, so mind, body, soul connection kind of thing, finding the beauty in that. And when you listen to the voice of your soul this week, yes? And this might come from something being completely wiped out, right? I feel like it's not going to be a surprise to most of you. It's probably something that was by your own hand. Like, I quit that job because I didn't want to be a part of that anymore, or whatever. And with all that self-care that we were talking about with the weekly and the self-love, this kind of goes in with this. So your soul has something it needs to tell you now, and it's time to tune in. Our paths are changing. This is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind because we have path, soul, soul. And it's like a double message with that. So tuning into your soul, allowing a new path to unfold. This is really a week of getting to know yourselves, but it's not, excuse me, it's not about who am I as a mother? Who am I as my profession? Who am I as, this, that, and the other, someone's daughter or someone's son or whatever. This is about you, your personal expression, the beauty in that, the beauty of change, the beauty of following your intuition. Yes, I'm telling you. That the Akashic Records, you're about to change the story. Let me see what else comes up here. A lot of surprises this week. And it might throw you for a loop, like I said. And it might have been, like they were just like, the day before, like you felt like something going out of your life, and then something else is coming forward pretty quickly. And it might be more of an internal realization. It could be, for some of you, it's going to be very obvious as far as like, I'm saying like sometimes it's not obvious, but for some of you, it's going to be like, okay, here's this creative thing that I've always wanted to do. Now here's my shot to do it. But there's going to be a lot of other things kind of happening around that might be a little less obvious. Does that make sense? So I say, just like the weekly card reading said, be flexible. Don't just hang on to what you thought your path should be, or who you think you are on a soul level, okay? And definitely because that soul is right next to the body, we need to take better care of our bodies. I hate to bring this up in a reading, but, we hear all these politicians yelling and screaming and saying, you got to watch out for biological warfare. You got to, watch out for chemical warfare. Guys, it's already happening. It's been happening. It's in your food. It's in your water. Yes. So be more mindful about how we take care of our bodies. Be mindful even now. This isn't to say ignore a doctor's advice, but let's talk about health for a moment. Speaking of health, as I cough, I'll share this with you. I think I did in another reading as well, but I went to the doctor and, I got a diagnosis, and suddenly there was talk of surgery and removing a part of my being, a part of my body. And I'm like, excuse me. I'm sorry. We went to option Z pretty quickly. What the heck are we doing? And this is something that affects women. And I know a lot of women in my family have, in my mind, kind of been butchered up with their organs because, nobody wants to try to take a better approach, especially with this kind of surgery that they were talking about for me. And I said, you know what? Let me go off and try to do this on my own first. It took 1 month, guys. 1 month of being extra mindful, not taking in soy, trying to avoid pesticides, which I always do anyway, but really being, if it wasn't available in organic, I didn't take it. right? I did eat out every once in a while, and that definitely wasn't organic. But for the most part, trying to keep it very clean, trying to turn things around. And I was taking, I did my research, I was taking supplements and things like that. And within 1 month, my symptoms went away almost entirely. So this is that kind of thing too, where it's like, it's been about and will be about for a while about conditioning and about people just telling you, oh, sorry, you don't follow the rules, so you don't fit in, you don't get to have this. Or, oh, sorry, oh, you got a little symptom. Okay, let's cut you open. Let's take all your organs out because you don't need them. You can live without it, right? No, actually, that's a part of my body, and I would like to keep it if you do not mind. So just remember that, guys. Do a lot of soul work. And yoga, I mean, obviously, yoga would be a good thing here. And really, really doing everything you can to tune in to the voice of your soul. That's imperative this week. All right, guys? So let me know what you thought of this. I mean, we could try to experiment with this a little bit more, see if it was helpful. I don't know that this will be a weekly thing. Like I said, this shot was very funny to set up, and I don't know that I will always have time. But if you like it, maybe we'll throw it in here as a little extra thing here and there. Okay? So there it is, guys. I love you so much, and take care. Bye-bye.